What is going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. I don't need to explain. But it is All American recap time. Episode 11 and 12. Now, this recap is going to be more focused on episode 12 because it is the culmination of what appears to be Spencer's story. I can't say appears. It is the culmination of Spencer's story. And it is the most, I finished that episode in complete and utter shock. But if you recall, I remember stating that I felt though as if for those that have not watched it, do not go any further. I'm warning you now. Do not go any further from this video. Matter of fact, don't even stop watching the video, because why would you be watching this? You already know it's a recap, so you already know I'm gonna be talking about what happened at this in this episode. But Spencer not getting drafted in the fucking first round. Wow. Like, I could not believe it. But at the same time, I recall me stating that I felt though as if this season he may not get to the NFL. I said he may end up being like, you know, I think it's Dion is his name, has told him how, like, I think you should get into this psychology, and I think that he may step into the realm of being like a sports psychologist. Now, we still don't know what's going to happen because, we still got a couple more episodes, I think. But to see him, as they said, I think he was projected first 5. He wasn't going to get out the first round 5 picks. He didn't get out. They passed up on him. It was San Diego passed up on him. Or St. Louis. St. Louis passed up on him. Then it was a San Diego team. Then you just start seeing him just drop. And then eventually the last pick, and he didn't get picked up. And I'm going to get more into this later on, but the heart of this episode is literally the last episode. So the heart of this recap show is dedicated strictly to the last episode of All American. But we do need to talk about, obviously, what happened in episode 11 and other things that happened in 12. So, episode 11, there really wasn't that much takeaway from it other than, they have a date for the wedding, which is obviously the next episode. Episode 13 is the wedding itself between Jordan and Layla. It was very interesting because they both knew of the venue and they knew about it, but they didn't come to each other to have the conversation. They went to their, Jordan talked to Spencer and Layla talked to Liv, and both Liv and Spencer is like, y'all got to talk to each other about this. Cause it was like next month. They said like, oh, we found a venue. The venue got back to us, and told us it was this date, and that was next month. So it was very interesting that eventually they did come together and have the conversation, and I've always, like, almost every episode I say, Spence and Liv is number one to me. But then Asher and Jamie and Jordan and Layla, they compete for 2. They compete for the second one. This episode, Jordan and Layla got the number 2. The episode before, or the 2 episodes before, Asher and Jamie took that number 2 spot because obviously that was the state championship, or that was national championship, and Jamie got the position, and Asher was kind of like trying to get her to go take that position. But then Asher and Jamie did something on episode 11 that kind of was like, y'all are a close, y'all like 2B, not 2B, but the number 2B for my second, because they just, it's funny because they all found somebody now that literally fits them, Before I end this, I'm going to play a video from this girl that I follow on TikTok now. And she had some valid points about this All-American show that I couldn't help but laugh at it and to say, like, she ain't lying, But that was the big takeaway from that episode. Episode 11 was they found a date. They got a date locked in. And Miko dropped Miko took the plea deal, which was, now she'll just go do some jail time because Coop being the relentless person that she is, she moved forward in her trying to get her not to take the stand, not to take it to trial, for Miko to take the plea deal. And she ran into Miko's parents. And basically, and I thought that she found Miko's first victim's boyfriend. But come to find out, he was the delivery boy that she just seen and was like, hey, I need you to be. And it was weird because I sat there and I looked and I was like, so Miko's parents never met. Oh, no. I can't say that because I was about to say Miko's parents never met, but the ex was the ex of the victim that Miko stalked. So they wouldn't know what the ex looked like. So it's like one of those, if Miko was there, she probably could see and be like, that's not him. But obviously that wasn't the case. But she did what she did. And, now the charges are dropped. Patience did allude to, if this does happen, she would probably leave. If Miko is free, she will have to leave and go to New York. So you're slowly seeing, I believe I talked about it the last recap, that they're writing off the original cast. Like the next season of All American, we all know it's not going to be the same. 95% of the people that we see now is not going to be there next season. So it's going to be very interesting. I've been on record saying I don't know if I'll watch it if they don't have the original cast on there. So we're starting to see that, I feel as if as we were watching the end of episode 11, where obviously, if they had the Vortex had to help preach at South Crenshaw's high school with their rendition of Romeo and Juliet. And at the end, Spence does Romeo's monologue to Juliet. And I legit, when she said, you will get brownie points if you could do it in a British accent. I thought this man was about to, and did he turn that accent on? I don't think he did. I think he might have a little bit, but I don't think he went full. But obviously when he is stating what he was stating, they're showing all the other people. So you're seeing all the couples. Mrs. Baker went on a date. It's kind of weird seeing that she was on a date, but she was on a date. So they're showing her at her date. And that's when they found out that, Miko's taking a plea deal, and she and the guy that she was on a date with, they went to celebrate some more. So they had another bottle of wine. I'm not sure where that leads to. They showed patients in the studio with Coop, and, Coop said that that's her, Patience is her person, and, you see them, interact. Jamie and Asher, you see them, and they had their moment. I was very excited to see, because Asher quit Coastal, because obviously he quit Coastal because Coastal's head coach basically did not need him. Montez created that position for Asher, and Asher told him, because Jamie told him, do what you did to win me. Fight. Show them what you can do. And he came out with a playbook that had everybody's strengths, weaknesses, all this stuff. And when he went to go see him, he seen that the book was in the trash can. And Jordan suggested him going, because I thought maybe he would have went to GAU, and I was like, maybe he should go to GAU. I didn't think of him going back to Beverly, but he had called Montez, the first Montez that he had his coaching experience, or his first coach, Montez, and she welcomed him back with open arms and said, hey, come back. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is it for Asher and Jamie for the All-American. But if Asher did come back, if they did tell the story, they continue telling the story, and Asher is coaching at Beverly, and you see Jamie, Montez's daughter and Asher had a little fling for a minute. I'm not saying what if, because clearly I believe she was a senior. They graduated. I'm pretty sure of that. What if they cross paths? Just saying, But it was cool to see that Asher took that position at Beverly, the coach at his alma mater, and then obviously you see Jordan and Layla. They secure the date. They lock it in. And all this is happening while Spencer is doing his Romeo monologue. And obviously we see the end. Spencer and Liv embrace and kiss, and then that's it. So then we get into the episode. The draft episode. Man, it was tough watching this episode because, on many different levels, because if you followed All American from the beginning of the show, till now, all Spencer's dream was to make it in the NFL. And as I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, like, what happened? You know, was it the combine? Was it the questions? You know, remember he was being questioned, and his reaction to the questions, how he was very hot tempered, and then he flipped it and he made it more, you know, he showed them. So it's like, damn, was it that? Was it the days leading up to the draft, and when he basically told them, like, he told his agent, because there was a book sign, Liv had her book signing, and he's like, I'm not missing out on Liv's thing, but there was this event that was going on that he needed to attend to, and Coop kind of told him, like, he's not passing up anything for Liv. Like, that's his person. That's his love. He's not missing a moment of her moment for this. Like, he's just not. And his agent brought the press to the book signing, and it was a photo op, obviously. Had me thinking, like, did that have something to do with it? There was somebody, I believe, one of the coaches walked by him during the draft and didn't even acknowledge him, didn't even look, didn't say nothing to him. There was a part where the agent kind of walked away, and Coop had told Spence, like, she told him not to come back until, you know, something was, he knew something. And obviously he showed back up. He's on his phone. She's like, dude, you're not telling us something. What is it that you're not telling us? And I think it might have even had to do something with him picking that agent, because I think, if I'm correct, he was a junior agent. He wasn't an official agent yet, because he was, like, learning everything. So I think even maybe that may be a reason why. But when it was all said and done, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening to, you know, him talking to Liv, and Liv, like, you got this, you know, no matter what, you're going to get drafted. And when you get drafted, you prove to them why you are who you are. And his mom told him, like, pick your head up, you know, don't you do that. And then as she was saying this, and then you go back to when Liv was at the school talking to the kids, and she's reading the book, and it's kind of like, I'm watching, I'm like, he gotta get picked. Like, the way she was talking about Billy, and how Billy was this coach, and he was coaching everybody to reach their dreams and everything, and the certain things that she was saying, it, like, was hitting spot on. And this man didn't get picked. That crushed me. Like, as a fan of this show, I was crushed. I was like, fuck, like, even, like I said, even with me knowing that I had a feeling that he was going to do something different, it was his dream to be in the NFL. And for him not to be drafted in the first round, I was sitting there like, damn, like, what is going to happen? And it does leave you to question what's next. Like, I'm about to do something real quick where I'm about to see how many episodes. Real time, I'm doing this. Okay, so tomorrow's is victory lap. See, they're just saying They're just saying that there's like 13 episodes. Okay, it says. Okay, so there's 15 episodes. According to this article that I've seen, it has from April 22nd is deadline. It says that All American Season 6 expanded by the CW. So originally they had 13 episodes, but now they're going to 15. So we have episode 13, which is going to be this Monday, and then we have 2 more to go. So we will know more within these next 2 episodes what's going to happen, especially obviously the season finale. So and this it's kind of interesting because it times itself out, because we'll have the recap will be 13 and 14, and then I will just strictly come back to do the season finale. Like, that's it. So so there'll probably be 2 weeks that you will get full recap episodes. So you'll have the 13 and 14, and then obviously 15 will be its own because it's the season finale. So man, I was watching that and I was just like, damn, because you watched it and you're thinking like, okay, you see Spence, you see he bought his mom a new car, and he said like, yo, this is just some NIL money that I had saved up, and more is going to come. But you could tell that they were hinting. There was little small hints that, because they said you might not want to spend all your money. What happens if what if this doesn't happen? What if you don't get drafted in the first round or the first 5 picks? But damn, I was watching that and it just hurt. It crushed me. It literally crushed me because it was like, damn, where does Spence go from here? Obviously, next week's episode, or this Monday's episode, is strictly on the wedding for Jordan and Layla. Episode 11, Jordan did pick his best man. Layla picked her maid of honor, which obviously was, her maid of honor obviously was Olivia. And Jordan's best man, not in a surprise, but it was Asher. I thought he was going to pull both Asher and Spence be his best man, but he went with Asher, and I don't think, it doesn't appear that there's any issue with Asher being the best man. I don't think that Spence has any problems with it, but we'll see. The wedding is tomorrow. I am excited to see this. I mean, emotions are probably going to hit because, obviously there is, it's just, when you watch a show, when you follow a show for a very long time, it's very hard to not get emotional when you watch certain things. I mean, so, yeah, so it's going to be a dope episode. I think it's going to. Is there anything else? I think that's it. I'm looking forward to seeing what these next 2 episodes is going to be because, well, yeah, 3. I'll say 3 because you have 13, 14, 15. Yes, these next 3 episodes of All American, to see how this is going to play itself out. Let me know what y'all thought of All American. Where do y'all see this going? Like, is Spence going to get picked up? Is he going to be like a undrafted player? Or is he going to do what I think he was meant to do, which is be a sports psychologist? Yeah. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think about what happens from here with All American. And I'll be back like I said, with 13 and 14, and then I'll be back the next week with the season finale episode of All American. Like I said, let me know in the comments what y'all thought about this video, what y'all thought about the last 2 episodes of All American, and if you want to kind of just talk about the episodes that are going to be coming out, leave them in the comments of this video, because I do every 2 episodes. So I will be doing 13 and 14. But when those episodes drop, if you want to come back and leave comments for those episodes on this video, make sure do that so I can, do something a little different moving forward. I want to kind of, get other people's involvement, probably have their comments and things like that I'll address on here. But that's it. That's it for this All American. I'm out till next time. 13 and 14. I'm out. Later.